Hi, I want to briefly share a testimony about the power of prayer. Last Friday, I was not feeling well. I had a headache, and I attributed it to the fact that my blood pressure had gone up. So I was taking blood pressure pills and taking Excedrin migraine, just trying to get the headache to go away. Didn't go away, so I decided, well, let me stop at the hospital and have them check my blood pressure, see what it is, and maybe they can do something to help me get it lowered. I stopped and they took the blood pressure and realized it's really, really high. And as I was talking to the nurse, my tongue became very heavy and she became alarmed and she went and found an RN who said I needed to get to the emergency room quickly. So they got me to the emergency room, and when I got there, my blood pressure was even higher. So they got me to the back, got me in a bed. My blood pressure had gone up even higher. At this point, the entire left side of my body went numb. I was not able to speak correctly. I couldn't even comprehend or understand half of the things that the nurses and the hospital staff were saying to me. And I hear over the loudspeaker of the hospital, cold stroke, ER, cold stroke, ER. And I am thinking, wow, someone's having a stroke. I need to pray for them. And they came running into me and said, you're having a stroke and we need to get you treatment and get you stabilized and get some things done right away. And then everything became a blur. I mean, they were just moving and moving and transporting me and doing one test and another test and taking blood and putting in IVs and all these different things. And I became a little unnerved because I'm thinking, this isn't real. I just came in here with a headache. No one even knows I'm here. I was on my way somewhere else. And they gave me some medication that finally started bringing the blood pressure down. But my head was still hurting. So they gave me some medication for a migraine, and that medication did not agree with my body, and I went into a seizure. And as I was shaking, chest tight, barely able to breathe, I became really scared. But instead of panicking and allow fear to take over, I began to talk to God. And I prayed and I said, God, it's not my time. I have too much to do. There are too many assignments that you've given me that are left undone. I have a daughter who's still a minor child that I need to take care of. I'm not going anywhere. And there was a voice that kept whispering to me, just go to sleep, just go to sleep. And I began to cry and say, I'm not going to sleep. I'm too scared. I'm not going to sleep. I will not go to sleep. And there was a nurse by my side and he said, you don't have to go to sleep. Just breathe. Just please breathe. And I could hear all these monitors and everything going off because, of course, my heart rate's up, blood pressure is up. So these monitors are going off. And I just stopped and said, it is not my time, God. Save my life and do not incapacitate me. Right now, Lord, I'm asking that you come in and that you save my life and keep me from being incapacitated. And within about 10 minutes, my body began to calm down. My heart rate slowed down. My breathing became normal again. And I still had a terrible headache. And they offered me more medication. And I said, no, I didn't want it. So they're doing all these different tests now. I mean, 3, 4, 5 different tests. And they said, we have to admit you. You're going to have to stay. And you have to do another test in the morning. And so I did that. The day after, when I did the final test, I was laying in the bed at the hospital. And a doctor came in and said to me, Miss Brookshire, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I mean, we admitted you because you had a stroke, but all your tests are normal. Your your blood tests are fine. Your CAT scans are fine. MRIs. We can't find what's going on. I, we'll keep you and observe you, but all your tests are normal. I know why the tests are normal. The tests are normal because God saved my life. The tests are normal because God answered my prayer and did not incapacitate me. The tests are normal because the enemy tried it, but he failed because I used the weapon against spiritual warfare, which is the power of prayer. The tests were normal because it's not my time. Someone right now is going through some things that you feel like this is the end. You feel like it's all over. You feel like you're not going to make it through this, but you are. You're going to make it through it. Cry out to God, pray, and ask God to give you the strength that you need to do whatever is necessary to give you that extra push, that hope, to increase your faith, to know that you're going to make it. It's not your time to go. There's work for you to do. There are assignments for you to do. There are people for you to talk to, witness to, and share your testimony with. it's not your time. What it is time for is for you to trust God on a higher level, on a stronger level. No matter what you see in the natural, trust that God is working in the supernatural on your behalf. Just remember that God loves you, and it's just not your time to go.